I was by the messenger's bedside for 2 weeks before he left us back in 1975. He never said once to me that, Jeremiah, I'm sick, I may not make it. Listen to my son Wallace. I never heard it even while he was well. He never told me to follow his son. When you see Imam Warid Muhammad, the messenger's son, he took $4 million of our money right after his father left us. He said, how you know that, Jeremiah? He told me he took it. Allah God is my witness. He told me he took the money. $4 million. Did he deserve it? No. That was our money. He didn't work for that money. For over 10 years, he left the Nation of Islam. He didn't come back until the Nation of Islam, until the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was almost expired. Then he comes back saying, I'm going to take over. And he took over, took the money, took everything, took the whole religion, turned it around, sold everything we had. We had airplanes, our own Air Force. We had a jet, 3 props. Think of that, black people with 3 airplanes. We had our own fleet of tractor-trailer trucks. We had a big building there where we processed meat and beef and cattle. We had farms and 15,000 chickens laying an egg a day. Think of what we had going for us. Now we don't have anything. No farm, no factories, no newspaper.
You know, that was built. Call me Bilali. All these plans that Wallace Muhammad was going to implement, and this is the result of all of his small leadership. We have nothing. Now, let me say, they call themselves the leader of the Nation of Islam. Grow your Islamic library lectures of W.D. Muhammad. Now, he ridiculed the messenger's vision. Now, here's a man that has a flea market, has developed a flea market, selling plants, everything else, but he closed down our grocery store. He closed down our fish market, our fish house. He closed down our packing house. He closed down our farm. Now, here's his new venture. Your great leader, Wallace Muhammad, has a new t-shirt design of Mr. Mike Dick, a football coach, sports player. In fact, they actually watch the championship game in the mall. Now, you can see this with your own eyes. Now, another thing I want you to look at is the sign right here of the Claire Muhammad Memorial Educational Foundation, nearly new shop. Think of the names and titles, which used to be our printing and publishing, was our clothing factory. But now some of the things that have developed over the last 11 years, this was the great man who was going to show us moral leadership. Thank you. Okay. So it used to be the Salam restaurant. As you can see, it's really totally devastated, building in ruins. But they tell me that it's going to be a clinic. Now, thank God that someone came in and bought it because it had deteriorated and rotted. Those of you who remember having dinner in a beautiful Salam restaurant, this is what's left. The sign that we used to have up here with the sun, moon, and stars totally demolished. But this was the man who was going to make us have a great nation. I mean, he was going to show us signs like we never seen. It's taken approximately 11 years to expose this man for the fraud that he was. This man hated his father. Everything that his father stood for, he's shown us. Those of you who denied, just look at the destruction all around Cottage Grove, which used to be ours, okay? So we thank you for this, and we hope that this will open your eyes. Seeing is believing. No one is made believe this. This didn't happen under the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. This happened under Warid Muhammad. Now, so this, and if you recall, wait a minute, I want you to get this. If you recall, Wallace Muhammad started the program called BAP, flight arrest. Now you tell me, who has created more of a flight in the community than the followers of Warid Muhammad? This is what he reduced our Nation of Islam to. Thank you.
This used to be your supermarket.
that I'd like to point out here. Every Saturday morning, we used to fill this fish house with brothers and park on the side and stock our cars up with fish and go out and sell that fish in the community to our people at a low, cheap price that was second to none. And everybody loved that fish. But there's another thing I'd like to bring your attention to. Look at the sign up here at your community co-op food. Wallace Muhammad was such a foolish man, and I say this unrelentless. I mean, here's a brother that the name of this store used to be Your Supermarket, but he hated everything that his father did. He, with his foolish self, decided to call it a co-op, to change the name so he wouldn't get, his father wouldn't have any credit. He wanted to dismantle his father and discredit him in any way that he could. Now, this is the result, that when you play with God's messages, God reduces you to nothing. And this is precisely what has happened. And anyone who can't see it is so blind and enraged to think that Wallace Muhammad has moral leadership. How can this be moral leadership, the destructive course that he put this nation on and destroyed families the way that he's done? This man needs to be brought up for criminal charges for doing the messenger the way that he did and helping to get us to conspire with him to destroy the great teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. But even from the grave, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is alive and well, because we're going to come back and everybody can see this on Cottage Grove. This is the blight arrest that he created. And no one can bring it back but God and his messenger and the God who came in the person of Master Fuad Muhammad. In Cottage Grove, our great office building. As you can see where it say NCI Optical Center in the center where eyes examine, there used to be a picture of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad in that curtain. And it used to be open so all of us who love this great and honorable man could pass by here and see the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who was our mentor. But Wallace Muhammad, being the kind of guy he was, made sure that the curtains were closed on this man. He banned all of his publications. We couldn't read Message to the Black Man, Fall of America. Our great leader and teacher was taken from us by his son. And it's something that's very strange. But that video that you saw from the beginning was in 1985. And it was snowing, brother and sister. I didn't make any excuse for the weather. I didn't make any excuse that I didn't have a job. I was out there doing what I could do to let the people know that this great legacy that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has built for us was boarded up under his son. People laughing at us, brothers and sisters. A brand new $2 million office building, brother and sister, crumbled. They demolished it here in Chicago, brothers and sisters. I want you to know something that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad built. Everything that he built, they threw it away right before his midst. That's bad news, Munir. You shouldn't make that public. How are we going to like you if you exposing our dirty laundry in public? But I got to do it, brothers and sisters,